As I have talked about many times on this podcast and will continue to talk about, the main idea behind fearless writing is that you don't have to care what other people think of your stuff. And in fact, if you want to open the door to your genius, the best way is to forget completely whether other people like it or not and simply ask yourself, what's the story I want to tell? And have I told it? However, the awareness of the reader, of other people, of editors and agents, whatever identity we give these people, the awareness of that and our wondering, is it good enough? What do other people think about it? What if it's not good enough? All this sort of focus on external reaction to our work, external approval to what we've done, is tied in many ways to being an adult. Because as we get to a certain age, once we start going to school and then get out of school and have to find our way in the world on our own, the issue of survival comes up quite a bit. Making money and just sort of getting along with the tribe, whatever that tribe is. Rejection can feel like failure and death. Ostracization can feel like failure and death. And the question, do other people like what I'm doing, can feel like a very practical, survival based question because in order to sell something, in order to get a job, in order to be accepted into the group, people have to like you, have to like your ideas. And so the issue of what other people think of your work and of you is so tied to to our ideas of thriving and surviving as adults, and really as children too, but it becomes even more so as we get to be adults. And we train ourselves from a very early age, I think, to start caring about what other people think as a means of surviving in the world. And so, as we focus on fearless writing, the decision to only think about what you think of your work is simple in one way because the question is the question. What you like? What could be simpler than what you like, right? That's with you all the time. But not asking that other question, which is you've been absolutely trained to do, or you have probably trained yourself on some level, some more, some less, requires great concentration not to ask that question. What do other people think? It requires great focus because it's usually asked in a very quiet way. A lot of times we don't even realize we're asking it. And the only way really to know whether we're asking it is how we feel. Because every time you ask it, I wonder if it's any good. I wonder if other people will like it. You will not feel good. You'll feel tense. You'll feel weak. You will. But when you ask yourself, what do I think? You feel stronger. You'll feel relaxed. You'll feel in your power because you can actually answer it. So the practice of fearless writing, and it really is a practice, requires that you sit down and acknowledge, probably when you sit down to write, the question of wondering what people think of your stuff is there pulsing away. And when I work with clients, and if I were working with you as a client, the first thing I would do for the first few sessions that we work together would be just to have you focus on whether your mind goes there or not. And so even if you're just working on your own, notice when you sit down, does your mind go to what other people think of your stuff? And if it does, pull it back. It's going to keep going there. But if you keep pulling it back, you will notice how much more power you have. And if you keep pulling it back on the days when you let it go to what other people think of your stuff, you will lose power. You will feel your power drain away. So the practice is the practice is the practice is the practice. Every time you sit down, the only question is, what do you want to write? What is the story you want to tell? And have you told it? What do you like, not what other people like? You have to practice it because you trained yourself to survive by worrying about what other people think. And now you have to train yourself to thrive by only caring what you think. That's right. That's the practice, people. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you don't want to miss a dose, hit subscribe. And if you like it, say so. I would love to hear from you. So until next week, this is Bill Kenower. Stay fearless.